Hello friends, Pulkit this side from Gadget Generations, and today I have one amazing headphone for you guys. I have been using these for the past 2 weeks and I'm enjoying and having a really great time with these headphones. So today I'm going to share my review with you guys for the HiFiMan Sundara Closed Back. This is the closed back variant for the very famous model from HiFiMan, the Sundaras. A little bit of history before I begin with this review. Sundara was my first entry into the full oversized over-ear headphones when I entered into the hobby a few years back. I am talking about the Sundara Open Back over here. I actually bought that headphone two times and I absolutely adored it before I moved ahead and went on to new ventures, went on to new listening experiences. But it always had a special place in my heart. So this is the close back variant which got released I guess last year, and it is not just a close back variant for the Sundara. It is a lot different in its presentation, and it has a lot of new things to offer that I'm pretty sure Sundara lovers might find them to be good. So without wasting any more time, let's begin with the experience that I have with the review for the Sundara Close Back. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Preetham from the audio store, who sent this unit to me for the purpose of this review. I will be adding the link to the Sundara Close Back in the description section below. You guys can go and check it out. It is priced at 38,000 Indian rupees and at about 450 US dollars in India. So that's about it. Now let's go ahead and we will discuss about the package and contents that we get with the Sundara Close Back. HiFiMan actually recently changed their package style. All their headphones, from what I know, up till the Aria Stealth, they come in this similar packaging. It is a very generic cardboard packaging with a simple sticker of the particular headphone model that you are getting. This is the HiFiMan Sundara Close Back variant, and it reads close back stealth magnet design, which they actually, I guess, they brought it with the Aria Stealth variant, and it is something to do with their position of their planar magnetic driver inside. They say that this performs by disappearing in the headphone performs as if the diaphragm is not even there. It just makes them go stealth and go transparent. Oh, I don't know what was it. So well, also it has a super nano diaphragm, which is everything is mentioned on the front of this box. I will be adding the b-roll so that you guys can have a good look, a closer look at this. Inside, what we have is our headphone and box. This box had the stock cable. I actually have the headphone in the case that I got for that, so I'm just unboxing it right in front of you guys. I will be showing you the headphone later on. This box has the stock cable with the 6.345 mm adapter, and HiFiMan, all of their new headphones are coming with this built-in foam stand. I don't know how much durable this is, but it has HiFiMan written onto it, engraved into it actually, and it's quite decent to look at. Well, this genuinely provides the Sundaras a good seal inside the package, so it doesn't get damaged inside during transit. And also I would like to mention another thing over here is that they actually improved the quality of the stock cable compared to the Sundaras, because the original Sundaras, I had the unit for two times. I had bought it, and but I don't know, both the units had some cable issues after a week or something. But I have been using the HiFiMan Sundara Close Back for about 2 weeks now, and I have got no issues as such with the cable. It is of decent quality compared to the older gen. Now let's go ahead and I will show you guys the headphone now. Let me just unbox it from the case. I actually got it for the Sundaras only. This is a pretty decent case and genuine HiFiMan case actually. So here is the headphone. To be honest, my very first impression looking at this headphone, I was literally blown away, because I was not expecting them to have such a good and premium finish. The wooden ear cups on these the wooden finish on these ear cups is simply amazing. It has a nicely textured finish. You can see the wooden texture, and you can, when you move your hand, it has a really smooth feel to it. The headband is the traditional Sundara headband. It isn't much to say about it. It's comfortable and it provides a decent wearing experience, at least to me. Some of the issues that I noticed with the headband, which was also present with the previous model, as you can see, these right and left, the dots inside of these headband, they just have already gone mispaint, paint chip off issues due to this thing, due to me again and again doing all this. But that's a different thing. That's a very nitpicking thing about its build, because in terms of build quality, I'm super impressed with the HiFiMan Sundara Closed Back. It's literally amazing. It looks so much better than the original variant, the open back variant. It just kicks it out of the ballpark with its looks, because it just looks amazing. There is no words to express that thing better. About comfort, it's very comfortable. The as I mentioned, the headband is similar as the original Sundara, so the ear cups don't swivel around on their place. They they stay on their place, but you guys can experience this type of swiveling, and quite a comfortable experience, and it literally isolates in a good manner as well. Let me show you guys the stock cable of this headphone. It's a simple 3.5 ohm terminated cable with the dual 3.5 ohm connectors on the headphone side. It's a really decent cable. It's much better than what we had with the previous ones. I would like to show you what has actually changed. Can you guys see this? This wait, let my camera focus onto it. It's confused between me and the Diva cable. Okay, I will be adding the B rolls over here. So the thing is that this cable has got coating around this covering around the 3.5 terminated plug that actually protects its internal wiring. The main issue that I had with my original Sundara's cable was that this shielding was not present. So by constant movement of the cable, it actually wore off quite quickly, and the internal soldering of wires also got damaged somehow. I don't know what happened, but I experienced that thing twice, so I was pretty worried about the cable of this. But it's quite decent, and it's much more improved than the original cable. In terms of design and build, I would say that the Sundaras are pretty close back, are pretty much big improvement over the original model. The wooden ear cups look spectacular and quite good in their own regard. Well, that's about the design and build quality. Now I would like to talk about some of the things like driving the Sundaras. So with my original Sundaras, I was pretty sure that these would be requiring some extra juice to sound their best, and I was not wrong by any means. The day I got it, I actually shot an unboxing, but you guys know why I didn't posted it? Because I received the parcel at my office, and I didn't have my camera, so the quality was from my phone. I was not First of all, I was not happy with the quality of the recording. Secondly, I tried it briefly for a short period of time with my Sony Walkman ZX707, and honestly, I was not impressed. I was not impressed at all, because I know Sony has not doesn't have a lot of power, but I don't know. I was not. I could feel that these are not driving these at all. These are just getting loud enough, but they are missing the charm of Sundaras. And I was actually right, because later that day, about 2 weeks back, I came home and I plugged it into my HiFiMan EF400, and things changed. Things changed for good, because Sundara's was a completely new headphone on a desktop stack. It just came to life. It has the charm of the original Sundaras, but in a better way. I will be discussing that in the sound part. But talking about the driving part for the Sundaras, I would like to mention that Sundaras require some extra juice. They sound best on desktop setups only. Portably, you might be able to drive them well enough with a decently powerful dedicated amplifier like topping NX7 or something of that level that has a lot of power, like the X2 XD05 series or something like that. But in my opinion and in my experience over the past 2 weeks, I've used these headphones in desktop setups. Which I have is the HiFiMan EF400 R2R DAC and amplifier section, and also the own S7 Pro dedicated amplifier. and it sounds brilliant on them. So in my opinion, treat them well with good power, and they will treat you well with good sound. And that's a guarantee, I would say that. Now let's move ahead and we will talk about the sound quality part for the HiFiMan Sundaras for you guys. Well, as I have mentioned earlier in this video, I'm pretty impressed with the Sundara's Closed Back, primarily because I'm primarily impressed with this headphone because it has that charm of the original Sundara Open Back, and it does all of that stuff in a good manner, and it improves over that. It improves over that in a very good manner. The Sundara Closed Back has a quite punchy and dynamic sound. It has a slamming lower end response. It just hits deeper into the sub bass region, much deeper than the original Sundaras. It has a much better sub bass response compared to the original Sundaras, and the mid bass slam is also hard hitting, and it just presents with a good punch in its sound. Coming towards the mid range has clear vocals. It sounds very clean and precise, and instruments, they are very, they're very well defined. They have a good body. If I talk about vocals are very much improved over the original Sundaras. Original Sundaras has a thinness to its vocals, but the Sundara's Closed Back over here, they have a good body to them. They sound rich, they sound lush. They, both the male and female vocals, have a very clean and lovely presentation. They sound quite full of details and full of emotions. I would say that, I would put that in that manner. Treble response has that snap of the original Sundaras, but it is a tad bit smoother. The original Sundaras had a kind of harshness when you listen to them for louder volumes or for longer hours. But that's not the case with the Sundara's Closed Back over here. They sound much more cleaner, much more refined in treble section as well. Although I would say that they still have that charm, the energy, the bite of the original Sundara. They still sound very rich and clean. Or treble response, I was talking about treble response, quite clean and refined, and you will be able to hear every minute detail in your music quite easily, because they just sound quite dynamic and lively in their presentation. They have good amount of energy to them. And soundstage wise, I would say the Sundara Closed Back is a tad bit falls short of the Sundara Open Back. Obviously that is kind of expected, since these are closed back and that was open. But don't worry, you won't feel any kind of congestion or any kind of narrowness on the stage. Stage is decently wide on the closed back variant as well. Dynamically speaking, the pair produces decent dynamics. Both the macro and micro dynamics are very well defined and very well presented to the listeners. The pair has excellent imaging and excellent layering for instruments. They just sound pretty clean and decent in that regard. And well, that's about what I have for sound quality part for the Sundara Closed Back for you guys. Now let's go ahead, and I would like to compare this with these of my headphone, the legendary, the exceptional Sennheiser's HD650. I have them with me over here. As you can see, these are over here. They are packed on another separate carry case. Well, talking about the comparison between these two headphones, there is no match for the legendary HD650 when it comes to mid-range presentation, because the mid-range clarity, the mid-range richness of the HD650 is exceptional and pretty solid. Although the Sundara have a different charm. They sound very much snappy, they sound very much punchy, they sound very dynamic, and they sound very the instruments are crispier on the Sundaras. Also the Sundaras are a tad bit wider, not a tad bit, they are a bit more wider compared to the HD650 over here. Well, that's about the comparison. For mid-range, I would still choose the HD650. For everything else, like a punchy bass, like hard-hitting bass, and crispier instruments and a wider soundstage, I would take the Sundara Closed Back. Well, that's about the HiFiMan Sundara Closed Back from my side. I absolutely like this headphone. It is a noticeable improvement over the original open back Sundara variant. It has better build, it has better sound, it has better tonal definition, and it sounds richer and more dynamic in my opinion. and a pretty good headphone as well. It's my go-to headphone for the past 2 weeks, and I have enjoyed a really and had a really great time with the headphones. So, well, that's about it. I hope you guys like this video review of mine, and you guys find this useful for you. And obviously leave me a like if you guys like this video, and do subscribe to my channel as well. I hope you guys have already subscribed, and if you haven't, please do. I would be soon coming up with more hi-fi audio related content on this channel. Thank you so much. That's Pulkit for you, signing off. Oh, I just forgot to mention some of the things that I think that could be improved in the HiFiMan Sundara Closed Back over here. First of all, the ear cuffs still don't swivel around its place like they do with the other costlier variants from HiFiMan, like the Aria Stealth. So some people might not find them very comfortable. Also, I would like to say that the treble is a little snappy in its presentation. Some people who are sensitive to treble might not find it very comfortable for longer listening sessions, but still I don't think so that it is very snappy to be worried about. And third and foremost, and kind of the most important one, you definitely need a good setup for this to enjoy its full potential, because the headphone is very capable and it scales well with a good source. So you definitely should try it with a different with a powerful source before you decide on it, because it's a very good sounding headphone, but it definitely needs some extra juice for its proper sound delivery. I don't like it with my portable sources. I actually tried it with a portable source. A friend of mine owns the King Sound Energizer, and it had a very powerful output for headphones, and it was able to drive these to full potential in a portable manner. So definitely you will be needing a good source. Even if you are using it portably, you will be requiring a good quality amplifier to enjoy the Sundara Closed Back to their fullest potential. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys like this video, and do subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much.